It's the biggest of all discussions this morning. Over the weekend, he got confirmed, endorsed, acclaimed, whichever way you want to put it, as the man to lead the PPP into 2016. He's been there before, and he's promised change. This year is likely to be different. The PPP is bent on grabbing political power. Exactly how they intend to do it and how well is the party positioned. This morning, my guest in the studio will help us to understand, and I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, the man who says per Papa Preko. Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom is with me. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Great to know you're doing well. And the PPP is doing great too.
Well, the Progressive People's Party, 2012, we were new.
Right.
Now, since 2012, we had told our people after the election that go back to your workplaces, go and work, go and earn a living, go and gain experience. But then let's take time to put things right in our various constituencies and build a party. So I can say happily today that we have built a party that will be there for all times. We now know who is loyal to the party, who is with us, and who is working. And so we started off by starting and launching a parliamentary campaign. So our national parliamentary campaign, that has been running for several weeks now, because we have a goal that is attached to the parliamentary race, which is that we want change to the Constitution.
Right.
And so we need some people in Parliament who will move that change, who we can stand on to push for that change to happen. So we prioritize the parliamentary campaign as the first one. And I can also say quite happily, again, that the parliamentary races are going well. And yesterday, right from the convention on Saturday, we went to Botiano. Our candidates there, Reverend Ajete Labi, to go and visit with him and his constituents. And it was a good, successful program yesterday afternoon at Botiano. So the parliamentary race is up and it's been running. So Saturday was just to now begin the presidential race,
right,
and to let people know our policy document. What is it that we are taking to Ghanaians so that they can see what we are offering? So I believe we are now in a good place.
Right.
We are better organized than in 2012.
In 2012.
People have seen us, they've heard us. We are treating people with respect, no insulting language, just making our case and bringing a good argument.
So you're denying
why us.
You're denying the fact that the PPP is simply one of the political parties that have come to be with us and that you're into serious business.
Well, we believe that Ghanaians have accepted the concept that there should be an alternative to the NDC and the MPP, but that alternative must work and must become stronger and must look enticing, acceptable to people, appealing to people, so that they can say, these people, they've worked, they've become strong enough, now let's give them a chance. And we believe that the Progressive People's Party, now I'm actually amazed when we go to wherever it is in Ghana. As soon as I step down from my car, they say PPP, yeah, sir, Ejumora, and so on and so forth. So
it was not like that in 2012.
No, in 2012, some people, they will look at me and they will say CPP. Some people will look at me and they are not sure what they are seeing. Now there's no difference, or no, people are not wondering what is it that has come. Now they know that we were in Ashaman, I think, on Friday. And I was amazed. The vehicles will come by, people will pass by, and they'll say, Papa Preko. And I say, so we've been saying it, they've been listening. Now they know. When you say Progressive People's Party, someone will say Party Papa, someone will say Papa Preko, and so on and so forth. So the party has come. We believe it's going to stay. We are riding on the backs of young people. And so we believe that we have decades and decades and decades to go as a political party.
We'll talk a lot about the convention over the weekend. You have been with the NPP. You were there when the NDC was in power. I'm talking about right from 92. You've been with that. What is wrong with the way our system is governed? What is the problem?
The problem begins with the 1992 Constitution. What we have done is we have legitimized dictatorship. We have
Clothed in democracy.
We have an elected dictatorship. You see, the Constitution it was carved around one individual, J.J. Rawlings, to give him absolute power. So the Ghanaian presidency has more power, more authority than the American presidency. The Ghanaian presidency has more power, authority than the UK, the Queen, and the Prime Minister combined. The Japanese Prime Minister, no one compares to the Ghanaian president. In America, Obama is not in Congress. In Ghana, whoever the president is in Parliament. Okay, so you go and carve a bill at cabinet. Then the people move from there to Parliament and come and sit there with them to come and do the arguing. Many of them are MPs. Then they come and vote again. And we wonder why things don't go right. We've given the president the power to appoint all the regional ministers, all the DCEs. In America, the mayors are elected on their own. They are regional governors. They call them governors. Okay, they are elected on their own. The counties, they elect their own supervisors. So there's democracy, true democracy. Here, everything is given to one person. So the system is wrong. So we need to change the system. So PPP, one of our prime objectives is to seek a change to this constitution so that true democracy can apply, so that there will be effective checks and balances. Because no one, myself included, no one has all the powers, all the wisdom, everything in this world. So you need others to check your activities here and there. Right now in Ghana, the president's word is it.
You served under former President Kufuor. You couldn't have discussed with him about the change you're talking about?
Indeed, I did. And indeed, many people, Ghanaians, sometimes we say people don't read. But if you go to the first poverty reduction strategy, which I led in preparing,
right,
you go in there, it is in that document, and it was agreed at cabinet that these changes
are necessary.
Not just are necessary, they had timelines that by the end of 2004, the changes were going to be made so that we can elect our own DCEs and so on and so forth. It's in there. Okay, it wasn't in the NPP manifesto, but we worked to put it in the poverty reduction strategy paper approved by cabinet, which became the document. I stood in Parliament to move that document in Parliament. Indeed, Parliament also formed a parliamentary committee on poverty reduction, which still exists.
Right.
Okay, but that thing was not
so
implemented.
You started it?
It was not implemented.
Why has it not worked?
Well, because the leadership at that time looked at it, even after approving it and taking it to Parliament and for its adoption and all of that, decided that they think the present situation is to their advantage politically.
And so they won't do it?
Politically. But you see, it's wrong thinking. If having your DCEs everywhere will keep you in power, why did NDC lose power in 2000? Why did MPP lose power in 2008? So it's about time we understand these things and realize that we need to do things because they are the right things to be done, not for political purposes. So all these things we all know, but it takes a leader who says, this is my prime objective. Let's change the foundation. Because like in a house, with a house, you build a house on a weak foundation.
It collapses.
It doesn't stand. We have built our democracy on a weak foundation, and it is not working.
Why should we trust the Progressive People's Party? Now, what you're talking about isn't new. The NDC might have said similar thing. The NPP might have said similar thing. 20 years after embarking on this journey, some say we are still where we started. Why should we trust the PPP?
Well, the difference, let it start with me. Because the things that I'm saying to you, it isn't today that I started saying them. If you go back, I have a couple of books with my speeches, my writings, and so on and so forth from 1990. The same things I've been saying, inclusiveness, Let's use the best people, regardless of where they come from, their religion, their political party affiliation. I've been saying them. They are part of me. All this thing about electing DCs, I've been saying them. Compulsory education, I've been saying them. I've been saying them consistently. No leader in Ghana has said those things and also has started implementing them in the private capacity.
You're not saying that because you want to win political power?
No, I'm saying that the things that I have been preaching, I have been trying to do them. That's why I went to contest election to become a member of an assembly. So I was an elected assembly member. I wanted to feel what it was like down there. And I know that when, even as an assembly member, the people, it is me, the elected member, that they came with their problems. They didn't go to the DCE because they said the DCE, it doesn't listen. But me, they vote for. So I must listen. It's the same way it will be when we elect the DCEs. They will have to listen to the people. So I've learned all of those things. When we talk about creating jobs, okay, or whatever else, I don't have to now come and promise anybody, because you go to every district, I am there. Okay, since 2012, where some people have been campaigning since that time, I have been going around, not campaigning for votes, but campaigning to bring jobs to the people who need them, and opportunity to people who need them everywhere in Ghana. So I'm saying to people, look at my experience, look at my track record. Don't listen to promises. Listen to what I say I have done. And if those things are relevant to you, and they are things that you would want, then I'm the person that you should vote for.
Your critics have said that your inclusiveness is illusional. It can happen. I mean, they say that, for instance, you were with the NPP, you left. You were with the CPP, you left.
My friend, I was not with the NPP.
Okay, you said
I was invited to serve in the administration, and I did, which is one of the things that I'm telling people.
But that is inclusiveness.
Yes, I'm saying that.
And yet you left.
I'm saying that there was
the NPP.
Hold on. I didn't leave the NPP. I keep saying.
Okay, you left the administration.
Let's get the story straight.
Okay.
I was invited to serve in the administration, which was a good thing.
Right.
And I did, and I believe I did my work well. And it came to a time I needed to go back to my party, okay, to go and contest an election. I can't sit there as a member of an administration that I'm campaigning to overthrow constitutionally, okay? You can't do that. It's not right. But the point I'm trying to make is that who best to make the argument for inclusiveness? I was with one party, and yet I served successfully in an administration led by another party. I know how good it can be. I also know the problems with inclusiveness if people don't do the right things. So I know how to fix that problem. And I want you, again, to look at my private life. All the companies that we have used inclusiveness and getting the best people to run those companies. So you come to our organization. Look at the head of our human resource organization that we have. She's from the Volta region. The GN Bank, the head, he's from the northern region. GN Life, the head, he's from the central region.
Is that the kind of inclusiveness you're talking about?
It is inclusiveness as long as you are the best. It doesn't matter where you come from. I don't ask anybody who comes to work for me, are you with PPP or MPP? We don't do that. If I did it, my companies will not be successful. I want the best. But when you come and you see how you work with me, you will know that this is the person I should follow because of the way we do our things, because we want to be a best employer. And the same approach, selecting the best people to move in the right direction, the same approach is what we want to use in government, to select the best people available in Ghana so that we can get the best results Ghana can achieve.
So the PPP would appoint, for instance, Sir John as a minister in its government?
My friend, why are you mentioning certain names? Let's leave names out.
Okay.
I'm
PPP
saying
would
that
appoint a member of the NPP?
Even today, as I'm talking to you, I know which people in MPP, NDC, CPP, no party, independent, that I'm interested in.
I see.
Who I believe have what it takes and would serve well in an inclusive administration. It's not everybody who is qualified.
They don't share your ideology. Dr. Ndu, they don't share your ideology.
Now you use the word ideology. You see, some people say, my ideology is this, it's unshakable. This is what we stand for, and that or nothing else. We progressives were not like that. It is what is good for Ghana. That is all we are interested in. So forget about socialists, capitalists, and this and that and that. Some people are saying they are capitalists. They don't understand what it even means. Okay. Some say we're capitalists, therefore government shouldn't do anything. Don't talk about free education. But the Americans, who is more capitalistic than the Americans? The Americans have free compulsory education from kindergarten to the end of senior high school. Now Obama is even offering 2 years of community college after that, free. Okay, so being capitalist doesn't mean that to each his own. Everybody's take your own problem and go and solve it. A nation must be there. The state must prepare their people.
Dr. Nduom, I'm wondering how comfortable you would be with a member of the NPP and a member of the NDC who are serving in your government, sitting in cabinet with you.
But that's what I did. I'm saying I experienced it. I experienced it.
So you'd be very comfortable.
And absolutely. And you know, yes, sometimes when I sat there, you know, as long as we were talking, let's say the economy or business.
Right.
Okay, it was okay. But as soon as they will bring in politics, then they will look around and they will see that I'm sitting there. Okay.
But
I was fine with it. Okay, because I ignored the political talk and just doing my business. But if I am sitting there and I have deliberately invited the best people from different backgrounds and I'm leading the discussion, we're not going to go now in cabinet and start talking PPP politics in cabinet. And there's something happening and has been happening, which I will stop, is that whether it's NDC or MPP, they've been bringing their general secretaries and their chairman to cabinet. It will stop. It will stop because that doesn't belong at cabinet. At cabinet, we're talking about the nation, not a political party. And some of those people, when something comes, they say, this one, let's give them to our people. That one, let's go to our people. Why? The nation is all of us. All of us. So when I say inclusiveness, I'm coming from experience. And when I talk about removing the ministers from parliament, you know, I served when I was a minister, right, and I was not an MP. Where I was an MP and I was not a minister. And where I was a minister and an MP. And I know that combination, it doesn't work. Because when you are doing minister work, it's important work. It takes more than 100% of your time. When you are an MP, it takes more than 100% of your time. So quite often I had to choose. Oh, this morning I'm not going to parliament because I have something else that I need to do. Okay. So as a country that is in development, we should not combine the two. And you know, every time, because of the system we are going through, every time something bad has been passed by parliament, it's been rushed through politically, and usually it happens the last day or 2 or 3 of a parliament sitting, and they rush it through, and that's it.
You change all that.
And I'll you know, look at CNTCI.
Right.
Okay, you STC Korea, Korea, all of those kinds of things, they came that way. The bad influence of the executive on the legislature. That is why those things have happened. So let's learn from experience and stop this thing. Somebody says, oh, me, our family, we've been voting NDC. It's NDC we will vote for. We are MPP. It's MPP we vote for. And look at how we are suffering.
Let's talk about the Progressive People's Party. Dr. Ndu, why don't you go back to seek the KEA seat?
My friend, in life, you progress. I was once a child. I became a teenager. I was a young man. Now I'm an older man. So in life, you change, and your perspective changes. I was an assembly member, MP, ordinary minister, cabinet minister. I did not enjoy being MP because I felt handicapped in parliament, that I couldn't do what I needed to do. Even when at the time I was an MP and the second term I hadn't been appointed minister, what I said to former President Kufuor is, what I really would like to do, and to the majority in Parliament, I said, what I really would like to do is I want to be the chairman of the Energy Committee of Parliament. That's where I would serve better because of the knowledge I had gained.
Right.
We said, oh, no, the party doesn't want you there. He said, what does the party have to do with this? And they said, oh, the president says he wants you to do something else. What does the president have to do with Parliament? Okay, so my point is that I've gone through all those phases. Now I have a talent that I believe Ghanaians need. When you are given a talent and you don't use it, it rots. It doesn't become of use to you or anybody else. My talent is what Ghana needs today.
To develop. Ghana
needs somebody who can manage the economy and who can bring jobs. You go around Ghana, Takoradi, Tamale, wherever you ask Ghanaians, they'll tell you the problem is nothing in the pocket. The economy is not going well. I want a job. If that is the problem that is facing Ghana, I have a talent for it.
I'm asking you this because can the PPP indeed dismantle the umbrella and the elephant?
Well, the PPP
it looks too huge a task.
My friend, it may look huge to you, but in life you set your sights.
You don't give up.
You prepare yourself, and then you make your case. That's what we're doing. We are making our case to the Ghanaian people, and we are saying, just listen. Just listen, because we will say whatever we need to say with due respect, with discipline. Just listen to us and then make your own decision. But when I come, I don't come to promise. I don't come and say tomorrow this is what I'll do. I'm asking you to take a look at what I have done, my track record. It's there. I won't hide any part of it. And take a look at it and decide. If it matches the leadership that you are looking for, then you vote for me. But compare mine with that of the other people, Dr. Mahama, President Mahama, Nana Akufo-Addo, and so on and so forth. Somebody, I heard him on radio this morning saying, as for me, Nana Akufo-Addo, number 2, he's the only one I'll vote for. Even if he doesn't win, I'll keep voting for him. Why? What sort of an attitude is that? That is the attitude that leads you to poverty. That is the attitude that brings hunger. That is the attitude that brings corruption. That is the attitude that brings doomso. If you go for the best, that's what we say, pre-papa preko. If you go for the best, then you can have hope that something good can happen.
I guess you told Ghanaians all this in 2012, and yes, they didn't vote for you.
No, we didn't have the opportunity. We didn't have the
enough.
Opportunity as we have today. It was a new party. And most of the time,
which you said earlier.
Most of the time, many people say, "Oh, you have just arrived. So we don't even know whether your party will be there even the next time." Okay, then they kept citing. DFP came, it went away. This one came, it went away. Reform came, it went away, and so on and so forth. But now they have seen we're not going anywhere. Not just are we here, but we are the ones who have been bringing up important topics, compulsory education, corruption, and so on and so forth. And we've making our case. We've been sitting consistently on use the national identification system as the common universal identifier and apply it to registration of voters so the problems will be solved. We have kept at it. Now Ghanaians, they say, hey, these people, they are the right people. So now, when our people sit and have discussions, whether it's on radio or TV or wherever, with NDC and MPP people, after a while, they run out of argument against what we are saying. And but still they don't want to admit that we are saying the right things. They say, oh, but after all, they can't win. That's it. That's all that they have left to say. But they know now that we have been saying the right things, that the agenda today is the right agenda. So Nana Akufo-Addo agrees what Ghanaians need, jobs. John Dramani Mahama agrees what Ghanaians need, jobs.
But it's about how to provide it.
Right. And
that is what PPP has.
So they've now come to our kitchen. Everybody has come to our kitchen. And the food that we've been cooking all this time, that some people have been rejecting. Now they know that is the only one on the table.
How would you react to those who say that, oh, PPP is big in the media, they're on the TV screens, Papa Kwesi Nduom is here on TV, he's in the on the newspaper, he's talking on the radio, but on the ground, the party isn't there. How would you react to that?
Well, go to South Dai. You see we are there. I will just mention a few names. Go to South Dai, go to Jomoro, go to Botiano, go to Gomoatakwa, and so on and so forth. You will know that the Progressive People's Party is on the ground. How well on the ground we shall find out November 7th. But I am saying that we have plenty of people who are working, who now we know are loyal to us compared to what we had in 2012 when we were a new party and people just came and joined. Now we know who has been loyal. Those who were really NDC people, they've gone back to NDC. Those who are really MPP, they've gone back to MPP. Those who want to stay with us, they are with us. And the ones who have come new, they have been with us now for some time, we know them. And mostly they are young men and women, and we like that fact. And you come to our headquarters, you will not find professional politicians hanging around. Our people, they have jobs. They are working. Anyone who comes, whether it's our national youth coordinator or whatever, the first thing I tell anybody is, look, you must have a profession. You must have a profession so that you can feed yourself. So you don't come hanging around looking for some government something or party something to feed yourself. That's no way to live. So we've built a party machine that is there and can serve our purpose for this campaign. So I'm happy with that. I'm confident with that. What is left is for Ghanaians to take a look at that and take a look at what we are selling and compare it with what other people are selling. On Saturday, we put out our policy document. It's there. It's in writing. There are soft copies all over the place. You can read for yourself and determine, are these people saying the right things? But above all, we are saying this election is about jobs, jobs, jobs. That is it. There's nothing else.
We're wrapping up our conversation. In 2012, the voters disappointed the PPP. Would you be disappointed in 2016 if they don't vote for you?
Well, in life, you do the best that you can. You put your best foot forward. You make your points. You make your arguments. And if the people buy it, wonderful. If they don't buy it, you move on to something else. And what we're telling Ghanaians is understand that you have a choice to make. And that choice is not like a football match. Is you go and it's hearts and kotoko. And maybe your team loses today, so you don't eat your gakome or fufu. But tomorrow you are back at it. It's not anything like that. This, you vote, you give somebody absolute power for 4 years. And if things go well, fine. If they go badly, you suffer for 4 years. So we're saying you get what you vote for. So that the best we can do is offer ourselves, offer our ideas, make the effort and let people understand who we are. I'll be happy if they vote for us. If they don't vote for us, you know what happened after 2012? I went to work and we created jobs. So we will be here.
And you go again, you come and contest.
This is the last time. I want people to understand. I am not coming back like this again to sit here with you to say I want someone to vote for me. This is the last opportunity for me to make my case. And I'm going to make it with the best way possible, with the most enthusiasm, with the most respect. If Ghanaians want someone with proven experience in those things that they say are lacking. We had a flight man, J.J. Rawlings.
Right.
He was president, flight man. Then he went to a lawyer. Then another tax lawyer. Then now someone who is called a communicator. And look at what has happened. The economy, it goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. CD goes up, it goes down. Jobs, they are going down. Power goes down. We haven't matched the person to the opportunity, the problem to the talent. Okay? All we're asking people today is that enough of saying, so let me vote for my tribesman or my party man, or my church man, or my mosque man. Let's put those things aside. Match God-given talent, proven ability with the problem of today. Nana Akufo-Addo is a lawyer. We don't have a legal problem today. John Dramani Mahama is a communicator. It's not a spokesman that we are looking for in Ghana today. I am a businessman and a financial manager. Our problem today is our finances as a nation and job creation. So match me and my talent to the problem that we have. That's our argument.
Dr. Nduom gone, and so the PPP will be gone. Is that it?
You know, you'll be amazed. Yesterday, one of the things that I was very happy about, not yesterday, but Saturday, is I had not much to do with the convention.
I see.
I just came to be acclaimed the flag bearer and to give my speech. But we had a mechanism. We had a structure and people who made everything happen. I'm not chairman of the party. I am not national secretary. I'm not. We have people, competent ones. They do their jobs, and believe me, this party, it will keep coming back. It will keep coming back. It will keep coming back. If not this time, it will come.
Okay.
It will be in power one day, but better now than tomorrow.
Let's wrap up. Speak to Ghanaians. I guess some 1-2 minutes now. For you, you're coming with the jobs, and so they want to hear you finally before we leave the studios. Why they should pick PPP? Why they should pick Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom? And let's wrap up with
well, the Progressive Party, the People's Party, is saying that the other political parties, NDC and NPP in particular, they've had an opportunity. They've tried their best. They've applied their best people, but we are where we are. A nation still with diseases that are preventable. Education has a problem. Electricity has a problem. And it's been because we have not matched the right leadership, the right skills, the right talent to the problems of today. We want to build a better foundation for Ghana. So we change the constitution, strengthen democracy all the way to the local level. Make sure that the word compulsory comes back into education. So every child gets an education from kindergarten all the way to senior high school, and ensure that we use the state's purchasing power to support our own businesses, local businesses, to thrive, so that jobs come, so people can have respectable money in their pockets. And it's a matter of the right man for the right occasion, the right person for the right position. And today is not the time for the communicator, the lawyer. It is the time for the financial manager who can handle this economy and bring the jobs our people are looking for.
Dr. Nduom, grateful for your time this morning.
Thank you for
Thanks so much for joining us. He leads the PPP into 2016. He's asking for your vote. The Progressive People's Party acclaimed flag bearer, Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom.